Uh, well, I don't know why. I have this feeling that yeah, I can be quite good with the time trials, but you're there alone. I don't know. I need an enemy to beat.
Yeah,
I
love
like
that.
when it's
You like the
I
carrot.
like when yeah, I like when there's a fight.
Welcome to the Helmet Podcast. I'm your host, Danni Shrosbree, where we talk all things cycling, safety, performance, and design. Today, I'm joined by multiple Grand Tour national champion and Olympian, Elisa Longo Borghini.
Hi, hello everybody.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm here in San Pellegrino and I'm preparing for the tour. I'm on altitude, so yeah, pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, set the scene for our listeners a little bit. What's the weather been like? Because I know Europe's had a massive heat wave and everyone's been struggling with their training, but a temperature's a bit cooler where you are.
Yeah, luckily, like up here, it's yeah quite nice. Actually, today is a bit cloudy. There's probably some rain coming, but I'm not going to complain because the heat wave that came to Europe was yeah pretty nasty, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very happy to be on altitude.
And how long are you guys up there for?
We came here the second, and we are supposed to stay here until the 23rd, so a good 20 days.
Yeah, a decent amount of time. Well, before we talk about all things Tour de Femmes, avec, Zwift, I think it'd be great to talk about you and your journey this year. One thing I personally love as a rider is your honesty throughout your journey. And obviously you started the year incredible with the UAE Tour, getting the win in GC overall in that, and the Trofeo Oro Tour. I mean, you had an outstanding start to the year, and then during your classic season, I know you were struggling with some prolonged illnesses. Could you just talk to us about that and mentally how hard that was for you?
Oh, that was terrible, but yeah, it's part of the job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started actually very well. I was in a very good condition for the spring, but then I got what I thought it was just a seasonal flu,
Yeah.
some fever, like some bones aches and some headache for a couple of days. And after that, I started coughing. And yeah, I basically coughed for a month like there's no tomorrow.
Wow.
Um, and I turned out that I had an infection into my bronchies and my trachea. I don't know if
Yeah, yeah.
this is the correct name. So yeah, basically I couldn't breathe. And I had to take some time off and rebuild for Giro and for the rest part for the rest of the season. Um, it's been it's been a tough period. I have to admit it. But yeah, I'm not the only one who goes through hard periods, so yeah, I can't really complain. I I went through it, and it was not nice.
Yeah.
But other people have struggles, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not working in a mine, so in the end, I
Yeah.
had time to get better, and then things finally turned out the way we wanted, in a positive way, and I could win a stage at Giro, I could win the Italian Championships, a stage in Tour de Suisse. So yeah, I want to look at the positive
Yeah.
that came after.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going to say. I think it's like the nature of the sport, and the roller coasters everyone rides in the sport. But I think that's why what an incredible athlete you are, because you do just you pick yourself straight back up. And that's exactly what I was going to mention. Your comeback has been incredible. Obviously, I know you've been in the jersey at the Giro before, and then to win that stage, and even at the Tour de Suisse to be in yellow and win a stage there, it must felt great to come back so strong.
Yeah, it was definitely great. It was my first yellow jersey ever, so I was like kind of pumped up because, yeah, it was cool. It's not every day that you get to be the GC leader in a stage race, so it was nice. I cherished those 48 hours with a yellow jersey, and then I had a heat stroke, and then yeah, but it's all right. I mean. Um, Definitely not pleasant, but
No.
yeah, things are happening, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that's quite an interesting point. It's quite scary. Obviously, climate change is happening, and you're seeing now in the men's Tour de France, the temperatures are crazy hot. How do you think? Obviously, with the Tour de Femme being in August, how as a team will you manage those conditions? And what did you learn that maybe you got wrong at the Tour de Suisse when you got heat stroke that you can do going forward?
Well, I can't really say what it went wrong. Definitely, um, I can say that a big impact on my heat stroke is the fact that I do suffer in the warmth,
Yeah.
and that day was my first day of period.
Oh
And when
wow.
it's like this,
Yeah.
my body temperature is higher,
Yeah. Naturally.
naturally. So
Exactly.
yeah, probably it has had a negative impact on it. Um, I tried to keep hydrated that the day before. Um, I tried everything, but sometimes it's just
Oh,
happening.
totally. Yeah.
But yeah, I think to keep well hydrated and to try to have a good intake of electrolytes is always the key, and then heat training
Yeah.
is the key of to try to avoid heat strokes.
Yeah. I think you're seeing that, I guess that became the buzzword the last couple of years, isn't it? The heat training that everyone is starting to do. And it is, I guess, like as if you are at altitude and just getting your body prepared for those crazy conditions.
Yeah, it seems like people are really into heat training these days, even when it's not really necessary. But
Yeah. Probably
uh,
overdoing it.
yeah, as everything, like we
Yeah.
we are cyclists, we are always overdoing something. When there
Yeah.
is a new trend, we go like full gas for with that for like a year or two, and then there is a new one, and we go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about all things the tour then. Obviously, you're in full prep mode, and no doubt as a team. I don't know if have you ridden the stages yet, or is it more a visual thing and closer to the time you go and ride the stages? Or from a team's point of view, how do you first approach when the routes are released?
Yeah, I actually would have liked to ride some of the stages, but I couldn't do any recon because they couldn't fit in the calendar. So I will rely on Veloviewer, and I did my studies, like
Yeah,
to be prepared for this
love
podcast.
that.
Yesterday evening, I sat down, and I already had a brief look at the stages, of course, but yesterday I was like, okay, I really need to be prepared for this. So I took my notes.
What's your first impression overall? Because obviously it's not, I mean, personally looking at it, it's 9 tough stages. You've got 3 flat, 3 hilly, 2 mountain stages, and a time trial. What was your first response when you saw it?
Oh, it's a beast of a race.
Yeah,
It's um, it's tough because also even if even if they look like sprinter stages, the first two are actually full of small climbs, one
yeah,
after each other, and they can already play like a big role on the fatigue of the riders. For sure, like stage one is going to suit more like punchy riders because it has like a kicker at the end.
yeah,
It's like 2.4K, and then it flats down, mostly
yeah.
for sprinters, but a rider like Kopecky there can
That's
really.
what I was going to say. It kind of reminds me of, because I was at the Tour de Femmes in 2023 watching that year's edition, and that stage one actually reminds me of literally when Kopecky went on that stage, and you could see that. I think a few of the sprinters were able to cling on, but it is still quite a hard climb for them to get over.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, everybody will be fresh there, so it's quite difficult to drop the sprinters if I think about Lorena Vibes or Elisa Balsamo. But yeah, Kopecky could be like my favorite there.
Yeah, if you're watching her then.
I watch her win because
that's funny.
Yeah.
Because even, and again, like you said stage 1 and 2, it says the flat stages, but I think it was a good point that these days, I think teams and riders, they're so desperate. Like, let's not pretend that a Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift stage win is incredible for your career and for the team. Do you think on stage 2, potentially, there'll be that breakaway situation? And we did see it a few years ago where the breakaways did stay away, and they did win those stages, or do you think that the teams will really want it to come down to a sprint and be chasing it down?
I think it depends who's going to win the first stage, but I do believe that for the first 2 stages there can be breakaways, but yeah, I believe they will be more like stages where the sprinters will have a victory and wants to have a victory. Although in stage 2, like, there is a combination of climbs, like kilometer 93, 98, 3 categorized categorized 3 climbs, plus some non-categorized climbs, one after each other, that can maybe be quite
Decider.
tough. Yeah, quite tough for the sprinters, but we are still 35Ks to go and they have time to come back and sprint.
Yeah.
I don't see a breakaway going to the finish line in these 2.
For you personally, on those first couple of days, how do you tend to play those stages? Are you just trying to reserve your energy as much as possible, I guess, for later on in the tour?
Yeah, I will try to stay alert because you never know.
Yeah.
It's female cycling anyway. And then I will try to conserve as much as possible to stay safe until the finish line.
Yeah. And those days, do you notice, like, the early stages, that everyone is a bit nervous in the peloton and it's a bit frantic? Like, how do you go about trying to stay as safe as possible? I guess it's just being alert the whole time and always on.
Well, even the neutral car wants to do the sprint like that day. So, everyone wants to do the sprint and everyone wants to try something. So I try to stay safe by staying together with my team, to stay like together in our own space, and then at some point you also wish for the best because
of course,
if they crash you cannot do it.
Yeah, totally. And then looking into stage 3, I guess it's the first stage they've kind of classified as the hilly race. Obviously, you guys do have the time trial the next day as well. So do you think there'll be that stage 3 is where we'll start to see the GC like really playing off, or do you think again it will be a case of watch, maybe a breakaway? Because I mean, your team last year in the tour did an incredible job of winning those breakaways.
Yeah, I mean, it's 156K and it has more than 2,000 meters of elevation. It's a long day on the saddle and it has a hard start with a first category climb after 12K. I mean, there can be a breakaway going away, but then, at minus 25 to go, there's a climb plus a bonus. And who knows, maybe some GC rider wants to go for the bonus, and once you open the gas, you go straight. But I don't know, because the next day there is the time trial, and I believe the GC riders will focus more on the time trial, and maybe this is a stage for opportunistic riders.
Yeah. And I mean, yourself, you're an incredible time trialist. Is that how much time, like on this training camp, for example, are you training on your time trial bike versus the road bike?
I surely implemented the time on my time trial bike in the last in the last weeks,
Yeah.
and during this camp I will use it two three times a week,
Yeah.
to do some specific efforts, or to just ride it in the easy day, to stay in position, to focus on the head position, especially because usually I always have the head too much high.
And we know
um,
that, yeah, aerodynamics is the biggest talk of time trialing.
exactly, exactly. Um, and then I will focus much more on the TT bike trainings.
Yeah. Do you enjoy the time on the time? Do you actually like enjoy time trialing? Or is it one of those ones that you kind of got a love-hate relationship with?
Uh, well, I don't know why. I have this feeling that, yeah, I can be quite good with the time trials, but you're there alone. I don't know. I need an enemy to beat.
Yeah.
I
Love
like
that.
when it's
You like the
I
carrot.
like when, yeah, I like when there's a fight. I don't like when I have to just
Yeah.
ride fast by myself. I'm just like, it's pretty boring. I
Yeah, I
want
totally
to,
get that.
yeah, I want the fight. I don't.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
not that
think
I
you're
don't
you're
like it, but yeah, I'm
yeah. Well, I
like,
think you show that in every race that, your hunger for the attacks, you're always willing to go. I think you're always the ones starting that fight for sure.
yeah,
So
most of the time I lose, but how cool it
no.
is that, like, when sometimes you can win a sprint against the others. It's nice, no?
I
Yeah,
think
with the
you've won
time
plenty.
trial, with the time trial, you just get the intermediates, and you know that you are 10 seconds ahead, or 10 seconds on delay, and you're like, okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
Is there do you ask for specific motivations to your DS in your ear, or is it they just do what they do out of interest?
No, I want strict and clear directions, and
Yeah.
like times.
Yeah. Just the key
I don't need
important.
to feel. I don't need to hear that I'm the strongest, because most of the time I'm not. So
Stop.
I'm like,
I think you've
please
accomplished yeah.
shut up. Like,
You've accomplished enough in your time to prove that you're definitely one of the strongest, Elisa.
yeah, but not on the time trial. I mean,
So then going into stage 5, not much rest on the legs. It's pretty up and down. I mean, we have got Mont Ventoux the next day. So again, it's just like maybe the GC riders will start to really kick depending on the time trial result. But maybe again, it's in the back of the head that it's Mont Ventoux on stage 7.
well, for me, this is a GC. This is a
Yeah,
GC stage. Yeah, it's relentless. It's more than 3,000 meters of elevation. You start climbing at kilometer 2, and you finish climbing 10K to the finish. So it's
definitely a
for
GC.
sure, yeah, it's definitely a GC day, and especially because you come from the time trial. People that maybe lost something in the TT will try to gain time, and the ones that had a good time trial, maybe they will try to gain even more
Gain
time.
time.
There are so many climbs, so many second category climbs, like around 6K, one after each other. And what I noticed yesterday is that also the downhills are pretty tricky,
Very
and
technical, yeah.
yeah, they are technical. And at 10K to go, you have the bonus sprint plus the beginning of the last climb. So it's the perfect point for a late attack.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy, isn't it? In the peloton today, like you almost need to be as good a descender as you are a climber, because some of these descents, the speeds that everyone's going, and I guess the risk of speed they're going at, it is a crazy level now. And
Yeah.
I mean, you've been in a generation where you've seen multiple generations coming through, and the younger riders that are really attacking into those descents and things like that. Have you seen a noticeable change in the speeds?
Uh, the strong ones are always strong,
Yeah,
and the ones that are good in the downhills are always good, and
yeah,
the ones that are struggling, they're always struggling. I honestly like the fact that yeah, that we can go downhill pretty fast because I like
yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, I
yeah,
I have fun going downhill.
yeah.
Um,
It's
and
good when you can
also,
enjoy it.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And in the end, the time you gain uphill is the same that you gain downhill. I mean, there is no hierarchy in the time you gain.
Yeah.
So it's just the same, no?
Yeah, no, totally with you on that. And then going into, I guess, the mountain stage, Mont Ventoux, it's the first time the women will be getting to the top of that climb, which is, I mean, it's history. It's pretty incredible, and I'm so excited to watch you guys go up such a iconic climb. How do you feel about it?
Oh, definitely, yeah, excited. Um, think it's going to be painful, especially because Ventoux is um is really exposed to the sun.
Yeah,
So for sure you need to be prepared for a very hot day, because the speed is not going to be high, and you will you will lose a lot of liquids.
yeah,
Um, Also, I mean, it's 15.6K at 8.7%, so it's going to be a tough day for the body. And I can see a breakaway going at the beginning, but then
yeah.
the best climbers will just will just smash the climb.
Yeah, it's a real attritional climb, that one, and like you say, it's so exposed to all weather, wind, sun, everything. It's true grit, and potentially where the tour could be won or lost, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely there, and stage 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
We'll get on to that. With
Yeah.
the next, obviously after Mont Ventoux, for you GC riders, we kind of say it could be a rest day where you'll be trying to sit in the wheels as much as possible. I think it's the longest stage of the tour, but obviously it's pretty flat versus what the stages you've just done. But that's when I guess fatigue will start to kick in. So how will you play those days?
I think stage 8 is a false friend, because on paper it looks like an easy stage, but as you said, is the longest stage of the tour. And in the end, with the neutral, we will have more than 180K on the saddle. Thinking that the day before we did Mont Ventoux,
Yeah,
it can be one of those stages where, excuse me the word, if you have a day, you
yeah,
really have a day.
yeah, totally.
Um, but I can really see a breakaway going to the finish line, or like again a last minute attack on, because there is a fourth category climb, and then a kicker of 500 meters at 10%, around 10 to go, and
Yeah,
then you dive down on the coast, and it's 4K to the finish line. So somebody that is maybe a little bit under the radar, but is still a good rider, can attack there and win. But I believe there will be for sure a breakaway.
yeah.
And then stage 9,
Nice.
Nice.
Short but
Nice.
nice. It's very
Yes.
punchy.
Very punchy, yes. It's only 99K, but it has 2,100 meter of elevation.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be relentless. And how, I guess also, obviously it's the last stage. I think all the GC riders again will be fighting out here, but you've already got eight days of fatigue in your legs. And I guess this is the day where it shows. I mean, obviously there's the bike racing every day, but it's everything after that you do well. Like, it's the prep for the next day. And how important is it with your fueling during the races, like Mont Ventoux on those hard, hot days, and post ride? Is it to make sure you're getting everything you need? I guess the team manage all that for you, do they?
Yeah. The team is managing everything for us. They prepare our race recovery meal post race. We have a chef. I mean, we are pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
We have everything in place for recovery, but of course, you also need to take care of your own recovery by like not stay too much on your phone in the evening. Try to get to sleep early
Yeah.
as much as you can, and to have like a good sleep hygiene, because sleep is the key, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Totally.
in stage racing.
Yeah.
And it's together with hydration, especially in August.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially during the races as well. How do you, out of interest, on a big events like these, how do you cope with the sleep? Are you, because I mean, personally, when I'm racing, my brain's going mental, and you do have to just shut it off. But sometimes it is hard.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but you have to take it day by day, and to try to maximize your sleep, and to think that in the end it's a bike race. Okay, it's
Yeah.
an important bike race, but yeah, uh, you can only do your 110%, and if you did that the the day of the race, you just can't complain, and you can't just blame yourself.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
you have to accept this, and to go over, and to focus on the next day. Sometimes it's hard to sleep, because when you are too tired, then you can't sleep.
Yeah.
um, but you try to avoid to be too tired.
Yeah, too. But I guess because the races don't always start early, do they? So sometimes you are racing right into the afternoon, and your body's still got that adrenaline and buzz after racing. So sometimes it does just take time for the body to settle back down.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes it's true that the races are starting late or like quite late in the afternoon, but you maybe have to get up a little bit earlier, because you need to have your breakfast at a certain amount of time, and then you have to leave because you have the transfer, and you stay a lot of time in the bus. So I think every time you have the chance to have a little nap, or like a extra rest, you have to grab it.
Yeah, no, totally. It makes sense. And for you personally, looking at all those stages, which stage, I guess, stands out to you, that's one that's like you really love, or one that you just want to attack? Or are you just going to play the whole GC overall, obviously? But yeah, is there just one that personally you like the look of?
Stage 5, I
Yeah,
like it.
nice.
With downhills, with the climbs. I mean, it's
Punchy.
constantly punchy and up and down, and you need to be like alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes when I say this, then it goes completely wrong. But I really like
Just,
stage 5,
yeah.
and
I think it's,
yeah.
yeah, I think it's good to be positive and talk about the things that you look forward to, and yeah, I mean, I think you've more than proved that, what you did in the Giro and the Tour, like your fitness is there, and you deserve to be there. And I think you're a fantastic rider to watch on the TV, by the way. It's really incredible to see. But for you personally, what would the Tour success look? I mean, obviously the yellow, but for you overall, like going into the Tour, do you feel about it?
Oh, I think I will go. I will have a trip to the church first of all, because the last time I finished the Giro was 2022. And then it was a collection of DNF. So for one reason or another, I would be very happy to cross the finish line in Nice. And I said already to my family that if I finish the Tour de France, I make like T-shirts like Elisa finished the tour. And that's real. Like it is in process. But I said to my family, don't tell me anything, because if we make the T-shirts in advance, then I don't finish it. So, it's better. It's better not to. It's better that I don't know anything about it. So, yeah.
But I think your attitude towards it is just great, because I know obviously your debut when the Tour de Femmes came back was amazing, but I think it just shows that you are human, that sometimes your body just can't keep doing it. Like, you have so many race days a year, and to do the Giro and the Tour is such a huge thing on your body, huge accomplishment. But yeah, I think I'm really excited to watch you this tour, and I'll definitely be rooting for you.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm also very excited to starting the tour, and and to be there in the mix, to do my best and to try to do something good.
Yeah, for sure. And just one last thing about the team dynamics. Just talk to us. What's it like when you're going to a Grand Tour? And because you always see on Instagram, your team is always trying to stay high spirits, and you're dancing and things. Do you have to sometimes take a step back and just look at what you're doing and everything you're doing together, and just each day? Because like, there's definitely gonna be days where people has bad days, good days, and just picking each other up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in a tour, in a Giro, in the Vuelta, there is always a day that does not go as you want or as you planned, and there is always somebody that has a bad day, or not the perfect day. But we, as team, and especially among the riders, there's a lot of respect, and we always try to stay together and united, and we try to lift up the morale of the person that is not feeling the best. And I have to say that in this team is a very nice group of riders. Like in the Giro, of course, I was not at my top conditions, but they supported me and they stayed next to me, no matter what. And I'm grateful for that. I'm really happy to have teammates like that.
Yeah, I think you can see that on the outside, and also the way you ride as a team and what you accomplish together. And I also think you're a great leader for the team. I just have one last question for you: is what is your favorite Met helmet?
I should answer with the exact name, but
The
I have no clue. The last one,
Trenta,
the new
Trenta 3K
Trenta.
carbon.
Yes, that
Yeah,
one.
that's good. It's good
But I
ventilation.
have to say that I love the full white edition.
Oh yeah.
Like, I saw it on Instagram, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy it because I like white, and
I'm sure you can probably just get it.
I don't know, but it's so cool. Like, it's super cool, and I would like to have one because I have also white glasses, and
Lovely.
with the tricolore, it's like
So
good.
good.
So for training,
Yeah.
I can use it.
Yeah. Well, we're super excited to see that national champ jersey in the peloton at the Tour de Femmes. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast, and good luck with everything.
Thank you, and thank you for the interview or podcast, whatever it is. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. We hope you enjoyed that episode with Elisa Longo Borghini, where we talked all things building up to the tour. Make sure you follow her journey throughout the Tour de Femmes avec Zwift, and stay tuned for our next episode soon.